Think North Carolina beaches get all the glory? Think again. Some of the most breathtaking, adventure-packed, and even mysterious spots in the States are actually lakes. From glassy waters that stretch for miles to hidden escapes locals keep to themselves, these are the 8 best lakes in North Carolina. Whether you're after recreation, lakefront living, or just curious what everyone's whispering about, you're about to discover a side of North Carolina that might just steal your heart. And number 3, it's the kind of place you have to see to believe. Stick around to the end and you just might find your new favorite escape. Now we're kicking things off with the crown jewel of North Carolina lakes with the largest man-made body of freshwater in North Carolina, Lake Norman. Spanning over 520 miles of shoreline and stretching across 4 counties just north of Charlotte, Lake Norman isn't just a lake, it's a lifestyle. What makes it unique, aside from its sheer size, is how seamlessly it blends recreation, community, and real estate opportunity. Boating? Check. Water sports? Check. Upscale lakeside living? Absolutely. But there's more going on here than just fun in the sun. Lake Norman has emerged as a microeconomy in its own right. The towns surrounding the lake, like Mooresville, Cornelius, and Davidson, have exploded into popularity thanks to their small town charm mixed with access to Charlotte's job market. Mooresville especially is booming, often referred to as the race city of USA, due to the NASCAR team's headquarters there. It's also home to tons of manufacturing and tech firms. And if you're into water, but not necessarily the wakeboarding scene, there are tons of coves and quieter areas that offer tranquility even on summer weekends. Local spots like Jedden Park and Lake Norman State Park are popular for kayaking, paddleboarding, hiking, and picnicking. What people often don't talk about is the thriving food and craft beer scene that's grown around the lake. Breweries like Ghostface Brewing and lakeside restaurants like Hello Sailor give you that dockside lifestyle without the party chaos you might expect at a major lake. Another lesser known bonus, property value retention. Homes on or near Lake Norman tend to hold their value well, thanks to the blend of recreation, scenic views, and growing job demand. While waterfront homes are over $800,000, there are still some affordable options a little further off the shoreline, especially in Huntersville or Denver. And did I mention the sunsets? Lake Norman sunsets are like no other. Locals call it the golden hour glow, and it's one of those few places in North Carolina where you can end your day with a vibrant waterfront view just minutes away from a major metro city. Number 2, Jordan Lake. This lake is Raleigh-Triangle's backyard playground. Just west of Raleigh and south of Durham, Jordan Lake is one of the most accessible and beloved natural escapes in the Triangle. Lake Jordan offers over 13,000 acres of water and 1,000 campsites, making it a haven for outdoor lovers. From kayaking through misty morning coves to pulling in a catfish from a quieter pier, this lake's natural serenity is a world away from the buzz of RTP, even though it's only 25 minutes from Chapel Hill. What makes Jordan Lake stand out is its untouched beauty. Thanks to the state mandate, commercial development on the lake itself is limited. That means no massive waterfront condos or marinas. Instead, you'll find public beaches, wooded campgrounds, and scenic trails, particularly at places like Ebenezer Church Recreation Area and New Hope Overlook. But don't let the peaceful vibe fool you. This lake draws tens of thousands of visitors each year, especially in the summer. Still, if you know the right spots, Parker's Creek and Vista Point, you can carve out your own quiet nook. What many don't realize is how crucial Jordan Lake is to the region's water supply and ecological health. It's home to nesting bald eagles and over 200 bird species, making it a key destination for bird watchers and nature photographers. There's even a hidden group of volunteers who monitor eagle nest year-round. Now, in terms of real estate, areas like Pittsboro, Chapel Hill, and the fast-developing Chatham Park have exploded with interest from people who want nature in their backyard but still need RTP or UNC within commuting distance. The lake has even helped influence zoning and urban planning in the surrounding communities. If you're looking for more than nature, bring a paddleboard, a hammock, or a telescope. Jordan Lake is also a top stargazing site with dark skies away from urban light pollution. Number 3, Lake Lure. You might recognize Lake Lure from its Hollywood cameo in the classic film Dirty Dancing. But this western North Carolina lake is more than just a cinematic backdrop. Nestled in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Lake Lure delivers a stunning blend of mountain scenery, charming downtown vibes, and slower paced living that makes it a standout among North Carolina lakes. And it's just under 720 acres. It's not the biggest lake on the list, but what it lacks in size, it makes up in atmosphere. Lake Lure is unique because it's privately owned and operated by the town of Lake Lure, which is rare in North Carolina. Visitors and locals love the Lake Lure flowering bridge and former highway bridge transformed into a lush garden walkway. There's also a sandy public beach, a scenic boat tour that tells the story of the lake's origins, and endless trails just minutes away from Chimney Rock State Park. The downtown area is small, but full of character. Think local ice cream shops, boutique inns, and river trails where every turn looks like a postcard. It's a magnet for retirees and second home seekers, particularly those coming from Charlotte, Asheville, or even Florida, looking for cooler summers and gorgeous views. Speaking of homes, real estate in Lake Lure can range from million-dollar waterfront estates to rustic cabins with cozy porches tucked into the mountainside. While prices have steadily risen, this area still offers better value than lakes around Asheville or Boone. What most people don't talk about is Lake Lure's community events calendar. This small town comes alive with lake concerts, art festivals, and yes, a yearly Dirty Dancing festival that draws fans from across the country. Even beyond the activities, there's something about Lake Lure's vibe that feels like stepping back in time in a good way. It's peaceful, scenic, and just quirky enough to keep you intrigued. Number 4, High Rock Lake. This lake is a fisherman's paradise meets local revival. If you haven't heard much of High Rock Lake, that's exactly why it's worth your attention. This is the second largest lake in North Carolina, and it's quietly becoming a go-to destination for not just anglers, but anyone looking for lake life without the tourist chaos. Tucked between Lexington and Salisbury, High Rock Lake spans over 15,000 acres and features more than 360 miles of shoreline. But unlike other big lakes in the state, it's still relatively undeveloped, giving it a raw, authentic charm. You won't find mega mansions or jet ski chaos, just open water and wooded caves. Known widely in the bass fishing community, High Rock regularly hosts Bassmaster elite tournaments and regional fishing competitions. Its shallow coves, underwater stumps, and rocky points make it one of the most productive lakes for largemouth bass in the Southeast. But even if you're not an angler, the peaceful mornings and glassy waters are just as much for paddlers and photographers. And a hidden perk on High Rock, it's only 1 hour from both Charlotte and Greensboro, making it an ideal getaway or even a full-time home base for remote workers. The lake's proximity to the Yadkin River wine trail also makes it an unexpected bonus for wine lovers with a dozen wineries within a 30-minute drive. Now, where it gets really interesting though is in the revitalization efforts happening around the lake. Local towns like Denton and Lexington are embracing tourism and development slowly and carefully. You'll see historic downtowns getting a facelift, farm-to-table restaurants opening up, and more interest in turning lake homes into Airbnbs or short-term rentals. Real estate-wise, High Rock Lake is still affordable compared to Lake Norman or Cure Lake. Modest lakefront cabins, especially on the eastern side, can still be found for under $500,000. That's definitely a rarity these days. There's a mix of older fishing cottages, new construction, and a growing wave of modern renovations happening all along the shoreline. Number 5, Lake James. This lake is where the mountains meet crystal clear waters. Tucked at the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains between Morganton and Marion, this lake is famous for its clear water, panoramic views, and rugged nature surroundings, making it a rare mix of alpine vibe and southern hospitality. Created by Duke Energy in the early 1900s as a hydroelectric reservoir, Lake James spans over 6,800 acres and includes over 150 miles of shoreline. But what really sets it apart is its water quality, among the clearest in the state. On a sunny day, you can see straight through the bottom in some of its shallower coves. That makes it a favorite for swimming, scuba diving, and photography. Lake James feels wild, untouched for a reason. Much of the shoreline is protected by Lake James State Park, which includes miles of hiking, biking trails, camping sites, and paddling routes. You'll find sandy swimming beaches at Patty's Creek and quieter launch areas for kayaks and canoes along Catawba River access points. But this lake isn't just for nature lovers. There's a growing lifestyle and luxury angle too. The area has attracted second home buyers and retirees from places like Charlotte, Asheville, and even Atlanta, drawn by the peaceful setting and upscale mountain lake communities like the Arbor at Lake James or 1780. Real estate around the lake is more exclusive than some others on this list, especially for true lakefront property. But there are still opportunities for off-water homes with views or access that come at a lower price point. And with new infrastructure and careful development policies in place, Lake James is poised to stay stunning and sustainable for years to come. One cool hidden feature, Fonta Flora Trail, a scenic hiking and biking trail system currently under construction that will eventually circle the lake and connect to Morganton. It's already drawing outdoor enthusiasts who want to live near an active and evolving recreational loop. And here's a bonus not many people are talking about. Lake James is the backdrop for the scene from the movie The Last of the Mohicans. So when you're paddling past those misty cliff faces or watching the sunrise over the ridge, you're experiencing the same cinematic beauty that once graced the big screen. Number 6, Falls Lake. This lake is one of Raleigh's best kept outdoor secrets. If you live in the Triangle or thinking about moving here, you may have heard of Falls Lake, but chances are you've only scratched the surface of what this lake actually offers. This 12,000 acre reservoir tucked between North Raleigh, Durham, and Wake Forest is often seen as just a spot for weekend boaters or trail runners. But make no mistake, Falls Lake is one of North Carolina's most underrated lakes when it comes to lifestyle, recreation, and even real estate. Here's the thing that most people don't know. Falls Lake isn't just a lake. It's a carefully planned environmental buffer that helps protect Raleigh's drinking water. That means the land around the lake is federally protected, which creates an unspoiled natural border between city life and serenity. It makes up of 6 different recreation areas, offering everything from shaded campgrounds and boat ramps to designated swim beaches and miles of hiking trails. The Falls Lake Trail, part of the Mountain to the Sea Trail, offers hikers some of the most peaceful wooded lake views in the state. On the water, you'll find a good mix of pontoon cruising, kayaking, paddleboarding, and even jet skiing. Though many coves remain no wake zones, many make them perfect for a quiet paddle or afternoon float. What makes Falls Lake really shine is its accessibility. From downtown Raleigh, you can be at the lake in less than 30 minutes. And for residents of Wake Forest or Roseville, or even North Durham, it's practically in your backyard. That makes it easy to integrate the lake into your everyday lifestyle, not just special weekends. And don't overlook its value for homeowners. While you can't live directly on the lake due to the watershed protections, Neighborhoods nearby like Bedford at Falls River, Wakefield, and Hazentree offer wooded privacy, lake access, and strong property appreciation. You're not just buying a home, you're buying proximity to year-round recreation and natural beauty. One surprisingly cool aspect is the bird watching. Falls Lake is part of North Carolina Birding Trail and hosts osprey, herons, and even bald eagles. Plus, if you're into photography, the lake's early morning mist and golden hour reflections are stunning, especially in the fall. And here's a local tip. If you want solitude, head to the Rolling View or Shine Leaf access points on weekdays. You'll feel like you have the entire lake to yourself. Number 7, Baden Lake. This lake has historic roots and deep, peaceful waters. If you're the kind of person who loves a slower pace, a touch of history, and calm waters surrounded by forested hills, Baden Lake might just be your perfect fit. Tucked into the Uwharrie National Forest in central North Carolina, Baden Lake offers a rare blend of natural seclusion and rich legacy, and it's still relatively under the radar. Created in 1917 as part of the state's earliest hydroelectric projects, Baden Lake was once the site of a booming aluminum industry town. Today, that industrial past has faded into a quieter, more peaceful lake lifestyle. With over 5,300 acres of water, deep fishing spots, and some of the most scenic boating views in the state. Baden Lake is surrounded by federally protected land, which means fewer homes, more wildlife, and an almost untouched shoreline. You can paddle for hours and see more deer than people, especially on the western side near Kings Mountain Point or the Arrowhead Campground. Fishing is huge here, especially for catfish, crappie, is a fish called crappie? And largemouth bass. It's known for its deep waters, reaching over 190 feet in spots, making it a favorite for serious anglers looking for less competition and more reward. But it's not just a fishing hole. There's plenty of space for wakeboarding, sailing, and lazy pontoon cruising. Now, one thing that many people overlook, the Uwharrie Trail System. Just a few minutes from the lake, you'll find more than 40 miles of rugged hiking and off-road vehicle trails. Whether you're on the mountain bike, an ATV, or just hiking with your pup, this area brings out the adventurous side of lake living. Real estate around Baden Lake is still relatively affordable and less competitive than larger lakes like Norman or Keir. The small town of Baden, with its charming historic buildings, is making a quiet comeback with a few local businesses, and nearby Albemarle offers more amenities just 20 minutes away. A hidden gem is the sunset boat rides. Because one of the lake's orientations and limited shoreline development, you get some of the most uninterrupted sunset views in the Piedmont region. There's nothing quite like watching the sky turn golden purple over calm, glassy water with nothing but trees in every direction. Number 8, Lake Waccamaw. Tucked away in Columbus County in southeastern North Carolina, Lake Waccamaw isn't just unique, it's downright mysterious. Unlike the rest of the lakes on this list, Lake Waccamaw is one of the few natural lakes in the state, and it's also the largest of North Carolina's Bay Lakes, which are shallow, oval-shaped depressions of unknown origin scattered across the southeastern U.S. Measuring around 9,000 acres, this lake stands out not only for its unusual shape and unclear formation history, but also for its astonishing ecological diversity. It's home to at least 5 species of fish that can't be found anywhere else on Earth, including the rare Waccamaw silverside and Waccamaw killerfish. It's not killerfish, it's a killifish. The water here has a distinctive tannic hue, giving it a golden brown shimmer under the sun. But don't let the color fool you. Lake Waccamaw's shallow basin, sandy bottom, and low acidity make it ideal for swimming, boating, and family-friendly fun. And thanks to its protected shoreline, the scenery remains almost entirely natural and undeveloped. The Lake Waccamaw State Park, which offers shaded trails, tranquil picnic spots, and pier for fishing, and a shoreline boardwalk that takes you up close to this rare environment. The park also hosts regular educational events about the lake's unique biodiversity and cultural history. You won't find bustling marinas or luxury condos here. Instead, expect a laid-back, old-school lake town vibe. Think modest lake homes, fishing boats, and screen porches with rocking chairs. The town of Lake Waccamaw itself is small but full of southern charm, with local dinners, community events, and a pace of life that invites you to slow down and stay for a while. Real estate in the area remains relatively affordable, especially compared to mountain or metro area lakes. And because of the lake's protected status, buying homes here feel like stepping into a living natural preserve, one that's local and fiercely proud of and work hard to protect. And here's a fascinating twist. No one really knows exactly how Lake Waccamaw formed. Some scientists believe it's the result of an ancient meteor impact, while others say it's a unique glacial or wind-formed depression. That is a sense of mystery only adding to its magic. So there you have it, 8 of the top best lakes in North Carolina, each with its own unique personality, hidden gems, and reasons to fall in love. Whether you're drawn to the energy and convenience of Lake Norman, the star-studded charm of Lake Lure, or the mysterious natural beauty of Lake Waccamaw, there's a North Carolina lake for just about every lifestyle. From paddleboarding at Falls Lake after work to watching mountain sunsets over Lake James, this state proves that you don't have to choose between peace, adventure, or connection. You can have it all. But now, I want to hear from you. Which of these lakes surprised you? And which one would you explore or live near or maybe even retire by? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like and share it with someone else who's thinking about moving to North Carolina. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos that dive deeper into the best neighborhoods and hidden gems across the Raleigh-Triangle area and beyond. My family and I relocated here 7 years ago from California, and now we love helping other families navigate through the relocation process to find their new way home. If you're thinking about making North Carolina your home, we would love to be part of your home journey. My contact information is right here on the screen. Give me a call, text, or email anytime. And if you'd like a free copy of our 5 tips for moving out of state or one of our other free resources, just click the link in the description. And don't forget to check out our playlist featuring more community insights, home tours, and all things Raleigh. Till next time, we'll see y'all later.